Well, Mr. Trott, the minister's going to have his point of view about what he thinks about the current situation, but I think the BIU made its position crystal clear that we were not going to any arbitration unless things will return to normal. The hotel decided that they weren't going to return things to normal, so the BIU decided that we weren't going to participate in the arbitration today. I made it crystal clear to the chairman of the tribunal yesterday when I sent him an email that I respectfully requested that he stand the hearing down, reschedule it for another date, because the BIU is not coming because things have not been returned to normal. So I am a bit surprised because I reached out to the Premier of the country yesterday. I waited for him or somebody else to get back to me to give us a word about this process, because what was going to happen today is that the tribunal was going to sit without the BIU being present. How do you sit down and draw up a terms of reference without one party being present? And I'm anxious to see exactly what they're going to come up with as relates to terms of reference without the BIU being present. So the minister's going to have his point of view, and naturally enough, he's entitled to that. But I think it's right or wrong. It's neither here nor there.
Now, you were supposed to have met with Fairlawn today. Yeah. How did that go?
Well, what I would say to the media and to the country, that meeting was a complete disaster, and I say that respectfully.
Why is that?
The reason why I say it was a disaster because we got to the meeting once Mr. Otterbridge, the director of workforce development, arranged that meeting. I assumed that he was going to talk to the parties about reaching an agreement. And what we came to discuss was the document that the lawyers had sent to the chairman. And I told him, I made it crystal clear to Mr. Otterbridge, why don't they talk about that document? That document, from our point of view, don't even exist. They gave that to the chairman of the tribunal. They copied me in on it. I knew what was in it. But we didn't come in to discuss that. We came to discuss the issue that was at hand, whereas to put everything back to normal, and then we can participate in the tribunal. That hasn't happened. And I said this respectfully, they may not think it, they insulted us on 2 occasions in that meeting. And as when they insulted us the second time, we walked out. Because when you talk about that out of courtesy, you're making a telephone call to the BIU. This is an organized, not unorganized. So when you're telling us you're being courteous about something, that's a collective bargaining agreement that's negotiated in good faith by the two parties. So that was very offensive to us. I took my team and we left the meeting. Because first of all, if we're going to talk about industrial relations, we have to talk about it in goodwill, and we need to operate in goodwill. And there was no goodwill today on behalf of the employer, because they wanted us to have a conversation about courtesy. The meeting can't be about courtesy. The meeting's got to be about the collective bargaining agreement that we negotiated in good faith by the two parties. Not about courtesy. So what they're telling me is I should think myself lucky that they called me and told me we was going to have redundancy.
So what's next? We spoke to Ed Bowl Jr. of BPSU. He said that his union is sympathetic to your cause, and they're going to be adopting a wait-and-see approach. Any plans by you to ask the BPSU to join in?
Well, all I can say to the media today, all I can say to the country, is that when we had our meeting this morning, it was recommended that we reach out to the TUC. I am the first vice president of the Bermuda Trade Union Congress. I am president of the BIU. I can't speak on behalf of the TUC. I can speak for my members. I can't speak for their members. We did ask them, recognizing that, the Constitution of the TUC gives each union its own separate autonomy to do A, B, C, or D. And whilst the BIU may be asking for their support, we know full well that it may be difficult at times or whatever, but certainly we're going to do what we need to do on behalf of our membership. When our support comes, we'll galvanize that support and move ourselves forward, but we're not going to wait for the support to come. We're not going to do that.
Will this continue into tomorrow? Because
the workers will meet here 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it will continue to meet every day until the government of the day and the Princess Hotel properties come to their senses. Okay, I've said it and I'll continue to say it. The government gave concessions to the hotels, and those concessions are on behalf of the working class people of this country. And what the Princess properties need to do now is come to this table in good faith and recognize and everything that has happened that we've done for them over the past 35 years, and appreciate that.
What are the buses and ferries for today and tomorrow?
The buses and ferries will not be running tomorrow. They will not be running tomorrow. They'll be running this afternoon to take all the commuters home. After that, we've honored our obligation to bring them to work and take them back home. Tomorrow morning, don't wait for a bus, because it's not coming. It's not coming. Don't wait for a ferry, because it's not coming.
Catches. Give him a minute. Here you go.
Yes. So you're asking for all union members island-wide, is that correct, to join? Yes.
I've asked the entire BIU membership, based on the mission that was made this morning, that every BIU member that pays union dues, I've asked them to come to Union Square on behalf of the membership, because that's the decision the membership made. We understand that, you know, these are difficult times, but you can be assured of this. If this organization is going tomorrow, the wrath that you'll feel from the employers of this country and others alike, you won't want to know that. This organization was built for us by our forefathers. We are the coin caretakers, and want to make sure that we, first of all, have this for our children and our children's children.
The minister this afternoon, he noted that some of your people marching were not even union members, and he was a bit surprised to see that.
Look, let's just be clear, right? If members of the public decide they want to join us in our march, they are more than welcome to be with us. But listen up, they must do so orderly. Nobody should be on our walking, when we're marching, with any alcoholic beverage, like I just told a couple of brothers a couple minutes ago. This is not about that, right? You got a brown paper bag, I suggest you just step off to the side, because this is a serious situation. We're not taking this lightly. This is a very serious situation we're dealing with, and people got to understand. This is people's livelihood we're talking about. So we're not going to take that for granted.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We, the people, will never be defeated. 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 We're closing up on the union motto.
All right hands raised.
All right hands raised. And the union motto is united we stand.